Hi, I'm Jonathan M. Wicks, LCSW, and I am the Equity and Social Change Manager here at the YWCA of San Gabriel Valley. So did want to give some insight on our, what we sometimes call our Racial and Social Justice Initiative, but really it comes out of the Equity and Social Change Program. So we wanted to start with internal staff development. That came from Deborah, our CEO. She wanted to really make sure that if we were going to do anti-racism work and work towards eliminating racism, that the staff was ready for that. And so we started with internal development. So what does that look like? One of the things we did was update documentation. So we do have an employee handbook, and we created a racial and social justice glossary. And so it has a lot of terms and concepts that are involved in anti-racism work. We also updated some of our intake forms, specifically in like our domestic violence programs and the residential and non-residential program. We added a box to the intake form that asks about discrimination. We changed the wording to bias, to be a little less triggering, but it asks about different experiences that clients might have had around those type of issues. And so we just really wanted to be trauma informed, but also get, an awareness of if they've experienced anything revolving around racial and social justice. We also have added, there's annual staff evaluations. And so now there is a portion that includes, are you attending our internal staff sessions, and are you engaging with the material? So those updates on the agency side, as far as documentation goes, were a really good step towards us feeling like we're making progress on our racial and social justice initiative. So I mentioned internal staff sessions. So those are basically sessions that we hold with our racial and social justice task force. And so we usually do, we'll pick a month and we'll have a week out of that month where we offer 2 different days. So it'll be 2 different days in the week, and then we do 2 different times, like an AM time at around 11 and then a PM time at 2:30. That way there's 4 opportunities for everyone to come out and attend one of the sessions. And those sessions are really cool. We're able to, again, share some things that are educational. We're also able to just engage in these type of conversations as a staff, because again, not everybody is always discussing these type of issues outside of work, but it is our mission to eliminate racism. So the staff sessions are kind of a place to practice that, if you will. And then again, we also like to try to bridge the gap between how are we making sure that all of our service delivery is looking at racial and social justice and equity and social change. The other component of our internal development is really training. So these trainings are a little different than the staff sessions. This is where we'll find like a national trainer, like someone that trains on anti-racism, and they come in and we do a full agency training. And so those are really cool because again, it gets everyone in the same room at the same time, and we're able to be educated and, like I said, engage in a lot of material that helps us just get better at our service delivery, and even as people, looking towards equity and social change. So that's really kind of what the internal development looks like. And then we also do some external development. Really, it's external programming. So one good example is the African American infant and maternal mortality work. So that's out of LA County. It's a countywide initiative, and we're actually the backbone agency for the San Gabriel Valley African American infant and maternal mortality community action team. So really long title, but it's SGV AIMCAT. And really it's just looking at, trying to decrease the rates of maternal and infant morbidity and mortality in the African American community. So that looks like bringing in a lot of health professionals, especially those in maternal health. So we have like doulas and midwives and lactation specialists, and people that do that type of work. They come in and do education at the community meetings. And then we also hold different events like baby showers, where we're able to give away baby products and again, educate for those that are in attendance. And the last thing about the AIM initiative is that's a collaboration between the Department of Public Health, community agencies like ourselves as backbone agencies, and then the community. So a really cool model, and that's one of those external programming that we do. And then there's also the Los Angeles County Office of Education, known as LACO. They have a parent education kind of resource where if they have, if there's a family with youth that are involved in the juvenile justice system, the parents are able to access different courses. And so we are an educator and we offer a racial and social justice course. And it really kind of looks at like intersectionality and empowerment and really what social advocacy looks like. So really excited to basically take some of the internal work we've developed and now offer it out in the community in LA County. And then the last program I would highlight as far as like our equity and social change work is with the Claremont colleges, also known as the 5Cs. So that's through their Title IX programming. And if you know about Title IX, it's a civil rights piece on college campuses where they really want to ensure that no matter what, students have access to their education. So sexual misconduct falls under that, where if someone is violated, they can go to the Title IX office and make a complaint, and they'll ensure that they're still able to access their schooling. So I do a lot of training with their athletes around Title IX, like what do those type of situations look like, what type of processes will they go through if they file a complaint. But I also do some supportive services for the respondents, which are the ones basically perpetrating harm on the campus. So that's how we like to look at that, as like a systems change program, really just trying to provide equitable outcomes no matter which side of the situation they're on. So we do a lot internally and externally, but yeah, again, that's the equity and social change program, sometimes called the racial and social justice program.